It's Wednesday, November the 1st, and you're tuned in to the TNIAB podcast. I'm Vince.
I'm Anthony.
And this is the Geek Chic Culture Show where we talk about all the cool things in the world. Happy November 1st. Happy the day after Halloween.
Happy Discount Candy Day.
Happy run to Christmas is here.
As we learned all too well.
Way too well. Yeah, let's jump into it. So today is actually November 1st as we're recording this. And we thought that we would, day after Halloween, let's go get that discount chocolate candy that's on sale.
Seems reasonable.
So we drove out there, and what happened?
All the Christmas stuff was up.
What?
We went to two separate stores, and there were 0 discount Halloween candies to be found.
No.
Well, there were, but it was like garbage suckers and like eyeball stuff and like the bad candies,
Twizzlers and
stuff,
nibs.
Yeah, the stuff no one wants.
Yeah.
And then we went to 2 separate stores, and they had Christmas in full effect.
Full effect, yes. Christmas trees were up.
Ornaments, Christmas chocolates.
Yes, they had the snow and ribbon theme going on the packaging. It was... I feel like we just jumped a month.
I feel like we're too early.
I don't think we're too early. This always happens every year. But I just feel like their turnaround time from Halloween's over, let's go, was just insane this year.
Yeah, I feel like last year there was still like a 1 or 2 days before that turnover.
Yeah.
And then it was less than 24 hours. And they're like, check it out, Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is during Halloween, they started putting up Christmas materials.
Or like it's the night shift.
Yeah, like Devil's Night, they're like, let's take down the Halloween stuff.
Yeah. I don't know.
So that's that.
Maybe they had discounts on Halloween.
I don't know. Maybe that's probably it. Still, it was kind of a bummer.
We ended up finding stuff, but
we didn't get the full selection.
Yeah. We got the pickings of what was left.
Yeah, which weren't too bad, but I would have liked to have seen what was available out there. So yeah, that was it.
It's disappointing.
Yeah. Did you have any Halloween stories or events?
No. I shut off all the lights in the house and then went to go play video games.
Okay,
I didn't hand out candy. I dressed up for work, but that was about it.
Yeah. Cool.
I got nothing.
Yeah. No, I don't either. I rode my bike and then I went to bed.
That's a normal day. It's not. All right.
You got it.
Okay.
You know, it wasn't normal, though.
Tell me.
This past week, because there was a video game event.
It's Paris Games Week.
Yeah, that doesn't happen every week.
It doesn't.
No, once a year.
I wish it did.
And it mostly showcased a lot of PlayStation stuff.
Yeah, PlayStation had a conference, or more like here's a guy talking and then a bunch of trailers.
Yeah.
Less a conference, more a sizzle reel of trailers for an hour.
A structured sizzle reel.
Yeah. And they had a bunch of stuff. I wrote down and we watched just mainly the trailers I was interested in.
Yeah.
So we can start off with the lesser ones. But Guacamelee 2.
Yeah, that's a game.
That's a game that's coming out. I liked the original Guacamelee. It was the Dios de la Muerte? What's Day of the Dead? Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I probably butchered that.
Yeah.
But it's like the Day of the Dead inspired Metroid game. And you played as a luchador wrestler.
Yep.
Or 2 in the expansion or the later versions of that game, you could play as 2 different people.
The girl?
Yeah, the girl as well. I only played as a guy. But yeah, you were luchador wrestlers and you could switch between the living and the dead worldscapes, and it lets you do different challenges and stuff. It was pretty fun. I liked that.
Yeah, it was cool.
I thought you didn't like it.
No, I didn't.
Okay. I thought the theme was cool, and it's cool to see another game coming out from this. But to be honest, I think I only played this game because it was free on PlayStation Plus at one point. So
I had no interest in it. But I mean, it's a fine game. I just didn't jive with the theme.
Okay. After that, we have the Hong Kong Massacre, John Woo style top-down shooter. Do you care?
No.
Okay. We have On Rush, a new racing game by Codemasters.
Yep.
You said it looked like a cleaner MotorStorm.
Yeah.
I thought it looked like an off-road Burnout.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'd like to see if it is like Burnout, if it's really like physical racing, just smashing into other people and making them wreck.
Yeah.
Seeing cool physics. I'd be down with that.
I just didn't see a crash cam. That's why I didn't want to say Burnout.
Oh, okay. We also had a Shadow of the Colossus trailer, a new one.
Yeah, that happened.
It showed off a lot of the new, just like the same areas but new graphics for those areas. There was another trailer which I couldn't find, but was at the conference that showed some gameplay of them in the. It was one of the desert monsters. It was one of the flying snakes where you had to shoot the sacks under its belly and then climb up its wings.
Yeah.
Do you remember that one?
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah. So they showed that, and like that game looks like Shadow of the Colossus. Just
Shadow of the K.
Nice.
Okay.
Then what else we got? We got Horizon Zero Dawn.
Frozen
Wilds DLC.
I don't know. Every time like expansion pack trailers happen, I'm never excited for them.
I think this one looks cool just because I've played the original already.
Yeah.
And there's a couple new monsters and new enemies that they've shown. So it's kind of exciting to see that. But I don't know. In that game, the whole robot dinosaurs thing is kind of like a backdrop, and the most interesting thing is that, like, why are there robot dinosaurs? What is the story? What happened to the Earth that we are now in the past but still in the future somehow? And that stuff was always the coolest. So I'm down for more Horizon because that's still one of my favorite games of the year.
Yeah, can't wait to play it.
Yeah. Monster Hunter World had a new trailer.
Sure did.
They showed off a lot of new areas. They showed off monsters battling each other. It was basically like, here's a bunch of action. And they also showed that exclusive to PlayStation, which I don't think this game is coming out on anything else.
Coming out on Xbox.
Is it really?
Isn't it?
I don't know.
Or PC.
I thought it was PS4 exclusive.
I'm pretty sure it comes out on something else.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it was a PlayStation exclusive. You could play as Aloy. Yeah. And your cat was like a mini, like one of the monsters from Horizon Zero Dawn, which was pretty cool.
Yeah. No, it comes out on Xbox One.
Oh, it does.
And PC.
All right. Then what else we got? Marvel's Spider-Man. Yeah. By Insomniac Games. This game looks pretty cool.
I hope it's good.
Yeah. I remember seeing was it PlayStation Experience or was it E3? They showed off more gameplay of that game, and they said there are a lot of QuickTime events. I kind of hope that's not the majority of the game. Like, unless you're doing some Asura's Wrath style stuff with that, like, I don't really care about QuickTime events anymore. So it's so last gen.
I mean, I don't mind it.
Okay. Detroit Become Human, new David Cage game. Heavy Rain.
Yep.
Being very serious and melodramatic. There was the whole gameplay scenario took place in an abusive household where a dad abused his very tiny daughter. Yeah. It was kind of hard to watch, a little disturbing in some cases, but it's cool to see just all the different branching paths where, like, before David Cage games, like even in Beyond Two Souls, like, I kind of hope it's not that thing of here are all these branching paths and then you get funneled back into a main storyline. It's probably going to be that. I just hope it isn't. Because they're usually how those games work is like you start at a set point and then it branches out to all these decisions you can make, but then it comes back at the end to another funnel point. Yeah. And I don't know. That's usually kind of disappointing. Yeah. And usually the major changes in a sort of story is just death. So then it's like, okay, this character doesn't appear in this cutscene anymore. This character doesn't give you the hint that you needed because they're dead. So, I don't know. Kind of tentative on a new David Cage game.
This game, the more and more I look at these games, the less and less I'm impressed by them. Because apart from the fact that you get to see like how your decisions play out, there's not like the actual idea, the core element behind these games is a choose your own adventure novel. Yeah. And I just feel like it's not really doing anything that the novel's not doing. It's just you're just showing me in fancy, prettier visuals.
What do you think about, well, actually I'll save that because there was some like hubbub coming out after this whole conference. But God of War had another trailer.
Yeah, Dad of War.
Dad of War. They should have called it Dad of War.
They should have.
Yeah, he's got the Mjolnir axe.
Yeah, what the fuck is up with that?
He's calling back Thor style.
What the fuck is up with that?
It's Norse mythology, my friends.
If this game ends as Kratos is Thor, like what the fuck?
He gets a helmet.
Yeah. Ugh.
No, his son's Thor.
His son's what? He's Odin's son?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah. What
if he's Loki?
Who, the kid?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. Do some tricks and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, but what was it? After God of War 3, Kratos got quote unquote murdered. And then after the end credits, he wasn't there anymore. So he could still be alive. Because if it's the same, if it's like they do a thing where it's God of War, it's Kratos, but it's like alternate timeline Kratos where he's in a different mythology. I could see him being like Thor Odinson or something.
Yeah.
But the other one is just like, okay, I took all the gods' power in Greece and I just decided to go over to this new land where there's new gods and I'm gonna fuck everything up here too.
Huh.
Or it'll be a cycle that repeats itself where like one of the gods in Norse mythology will do something bad to Kratos, kill him, and then the son just is like, I will wear the ashes of my father.
That'd be a cool twist if you only play Kratos for the first 2 hours.
Oh, it's like Metal Gear Solid 2 situation. Start playing as Raiden the whole time.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
That'd be pretty cool. After that, we got Ghost of Tsushima.
Sure.
By Sucker Punch. They made the Sly Cooper games. I feel like they made something else recently. I just can't remember.
They did. It had electricity, open world. You grinded on some rails. In the second game, you had
what you're talking
different
about.
powers that weren't electricity based.
Talking about.
You know
I don't know what the name is. Inside? No.
Not Prototype.
I liked Prototype better.
It's so Infamous.
Oh, Infamous?
There we go.
Okay. Oh, yeah, they did make Infamous. Yeah. Okay. Well, this one is, I don't know. They showed clips that looked like gameplay.
Yeah.
And it's looking kind of stealth.
Sure.
So my thing is, I hope it's Tenchu.
I have no faith in this game.
I hope they're making Tenchu.
Okay.
I have zero faith because they've given us nothing to go off of, but I hope it's Tenchu.
Based off of how I thought Sly Cooper was the worst of the PlayStation platformers.
What?
Compared to Jack and Ratchet and Clank, Sly was the worst.
I don't know. When Jak 2 came out, I was like,
Still better than Sly.
I think the later Sly games are better than the later Jak games. But if we're doing first in the series, it's probably, for me, it's Jak and Daxter, Ratchet, and then Sly Cooper.
Yeah, and then no one liked Infamous. People bought it and played it because the PlayStation had nothing else at the time.
Yeah. But I bought that second one because my PlayStation 4 had nothing else.
You bought the second one?
Yeah. I played the first one. I rented it a lot.
Because there's nothing else to play.
Yeah, there's nothing else to play.
Okay.
What was it? Yeah. I played that second one. It was okay.
Okay. Hopefully, maybe they're going to pull a Guerrilla Games and just be like, no, this is the best game in the world.
Yeah, just FYI, we're done with Killzone.
Yeah.
Here's the best thing.
Yeah.
Hopefully, that's what I want from every game. I want every game to be the best game in the world.
Maybe it will be. You know what? I'll reserve my judgment.
All right. Okay. And then we're going to get to the big reveal.
The meat and potatoes.
Yeah, the meat was shown in this game.
Oh, the pizza pasta.
Last of Us 2 had a new trailer.
Yeah.
It shows all new characters.
Yeah.
I would recommend you guys watch this trailer. It is probably the most brutal trailer I've seen.
You need a strong stomach for this.
Yeah, you need a strong. Like, there are games where it's like, okay, like Ninja Gaiden 2 on the Xbox, where it's like, oh look, his head gut flew off, and like, or God of War doing like all kinds of weird, crazy stuff. That's like set in a more cartoony tone.
Yeah, this game is like child violence.
Yeah, lessens the impact. But yeah, like someone beats in a teenager's arm with a hammer.
Yeah, so
there's some rough shit going on in this game.
Yeah,
and I like it.
I don't know.
But you're also not one for that kind of stuff.
Like the original Last of Us, you're right. It did have some like pretty intense violence, but that was never the reason that pulled me through. Like, I like the world and I like the story they built.
Yeah, it's great storytelling. Like,
yeah, this game, like this trailer. I know it's a teaser, so you're not supposed to get anything from it, but it wasn't one of those like. I rather would have had a trailer about mystery and what's happening, but here I got like, the mystery is here because. You just don't know what's going on. Anyway. You don't know the context of the situation. But what you're really going to get is it's fucking nasty as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, so what happened is this trailer, and I think it was not the Ghost of Tsushima trailer. It was some other, like, VR trailer, I believe.
VR.
But it was just, like, people got really mad about like the kind of just grotesque violence in this trailer, and pretty much it was just like, oh, Sony's tone deaf for putting these out. But like when I think of the original Last of Us, like sure, the memorable stuff out of that game isn't really the violence, but the violence is 100% there and set that tone. And there is some stuff that is fucked up in that game that is equally as fucked up in that game. Like there's a whole segment where there's a whole gameplay segment where someone is trying to, it's like undetermined if they're trying to rape Ellie or if they're trying to eat her, which is like equally as fucked.
Yeah.
And you're playing that, and it's not just a cutscene. Like there like when you think back to The Last of Us, there's some dark shit. So it's not really like out of left field for this series.
No, it's not. But I feel like I think it's different that this game is opening with that kind of tone.
Okay, I can see that.
In the sense that, like, if this is what they're willing to show from a teaser trailer,
like what else?
What else is in this game that like they're holding back?
Or it could be the whole movie thing of they just blew their load in the trailer, and then like that was the most fucked up thing in this.
That would be even more disappointing.
It would be even more disappointing. That's right. Like that I can get behind, where it's just like, hey, this is like in a trailer sense, like you're opening up with this, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
But all the stuff I've been seeing on like news sites and Twitter and stuff is all like, violence is bad, and it's like, this is not like the My Little Pony game suddenly is.
No, for sure.
Yeah. It's not like the change when Jack went to Jack 2 and he became Dark Jack.
Oh. Because he went to jail.
Yeah, he went to jail, man.
He did.
He experimented on him.
Poor Jack.
Poor Jack. So yeah, like I don't know. I wasn't really surprised. Like I was kind of taken aback by. You know what? I wasn't even taken aback. To be honest, when I saw that trailer, I was like, that was fucking rad. Right? Wow. Like a little part of me was like, what's wrong with me?
Yeah, what is wrong?
I don't know, but I was like, that's fucking sick. Like, but sick in the good way, like in the 90s sense, not in like, oh, that's sick. That's disgusting.
Yeah, I think I was super distracted by how jacked the girl was.
Yeah, she was huge.
Yeah.
She was ripped. Like she found some protein powder in the wild.
Yeah, like what's going on in there? She got that whey mix or something. I don't know.
She's doing good. She's doing good for herself.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a rough trailer. Other than that, there was some other stuff like Spelunky got a sequel. Spelunky 2. I will take this. I'll just blatantly steal this from Twitter. Whoever didn't call that game Spelunky Jr. Fired.
That's true.
It's true. It should have just been like Donkey Kong Jr. Just there you go. Here's another one. What else was in there? I don't know. It was basically the Sony conference.
Yep.
And that was it. Nothing else from at least today. No, but the things going on all week. So
yeah. So we might see some other stuff soon.
But did any of these trailers like make you excited for a video game?
No.
No, really?
I mean, like I was always looking forward to The Last of Us.
I guess this one didn't make you more excited.
No, it's just like I know.
Like, here's another one.
I'm excited to play that game, but okay. I mean, I don't think there's gonna be a trailer that's gonna be like, oh, now I'm even more excited. And I also don't think there's gonna be a trailer that's gonna put me off of it. It's just I want to play the second one. Yeah. I just want to know how they're gonna continue that story, because I feel like that ending was I really like the way it ended.
I also really like the way that ended.
I just feel like opening that book, I want that, and I want to see if they can pull it off.
If it was The Last of Us 2 where it was like completely new characters, I also would have been super down.
Yeah, that's a cop-out.
Yeah. But
because in that sense, I wouldn't put the 2 on the end.
Yeah, that's true. But
I'm gonna play that game again.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I want to see what Ghost of Tsushima is.
We all
Tsushima, but
yeah,
Tsushima.
Ghost
of sushi.
Ghost of sashimi.
Ghost of Sashimi.
Yeah,
it's coming out soon.
Get ready.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if Sucker Punch can really do good. Like I know those Infamous games sold okay, but again, it was a matter of timing. It was.
I don't know if the second one actually did as well.
Because that was the only game on the PS4 when it came out.
Oh yeah, it was.
Right, and then if Infamous 1, if I remember correctly, was the only game on the PS3 when was it one of the launch games or close to launch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
was definitely. It was like the year after. Yeah.
Year after. Okay, that's still like enough time to where there's nothing on the system.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. There was a lot of trailers that I thought were cool. I wish I saw more of. I've been really looking forward to that biking game, that downhill Descenders.
Yeah.
That downhill bike racing game.
Yep.
I really want to see more of that, but I haven't seen anything from it.
I think the other piece of news from there that was pretty popular was that you have a PC, so it doesn't matter. But if you're a console gamer and you want to play PlayerUnknown's Battleground, that's December now.
Oh, really?
For the Xbox One.
Okay.
So, yeah, if you're into that, cool.
Yeah. Now that I have this PC, I'm thinking of like if I ever want to play Xbox exclusive games.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, I could just get the PC version.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's definitely an option.
But then there's the other side of it where it's just like, it's no disc.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So I'm torn.
That's fucking sad.
Yeah, I'm torn.
Those are some first world ass problems.
It's the firstest of world ass problems. So I'm like, there's no disc.
Speaking of firsts, you know who got first this year?
Yes, I do.
Who? Whoa, 4-time world champ.
4-time. Listen, I'm not. Again, I am admitting I am a hater.
Yeah.
I understand he is a very talented race car driver. And the thing is that he's so good that Formula One is boring.
But man, he didn't even win the race.
It doesn't matter. That's how good he is. He didn't have to win the race.
You know he got lapped in that race?
He didn't have to. It didn't matter.
He got lapped. He finished 9th. He won the ship.
It didn't matter. Did they win the constructors as well?
Yeah, of course they did.
Holy jeez.
He single-handedly sealed it for them.
Ugh. Gross.
Yeah. That's great. That's great.
I follow him on Instagram for a reason.
Yeah.
So I can watch his lifestyle and be like, fuck you.
What a lifestyle. He's gonna fucking jet over to Italy.
Jet over to Italy, just hang out.
Do this Hugo Boss event. Go back to Monaco.
And I'm hanging out with the tiger now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, got my mom here on the plane.
Oh my god. That guy spends more time on a jet than he does on the ground.
Yeah. For a race car driver?
Yeah, for a race car driver? Yeah.
When does he have time to practice?
I don't know.
So that was fun.
I stopped watching the races because he kept winning, and I was like, I'm tired of being excited for a battle for 4th. Like, oh man, this battle for 6th is so riveting. But
blame Ferrari.
Who cares? I will blame Ferrari.
The other thing too is there's still 2 races left in the season.
Okay.
And
do they even like just mercy that shit at that point?
In my experience, they're the best races. When someone's already won the championship, those are the best races.
They just don't care.
Because no one has anything to lose anymore.
Oh. And
the teams can just do full, like, they don't care about having cars being reliable. Like, just go full experimental with their parts. So sometimes you'll see certain teams get a huge advantage and be like, well, why didn't they use this earlier in the year?
Because they didn't want to risk it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or, like, certain drivers are a bit more risky. So you'll see, I don't know, Vettel do some dumb shit.
Vettel does some dumb shit by himself anyways, so.
He's the best.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. You know how he's German, but he races for the Italian team? He's fully embraced his Italian heritage.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah.
Okay. Pizza pasta?
He does. He does. I think he was racing. They're like, how far is the gap to first? 23 seconds. You say, what? 23. Mamma mia.
That's pretty great. What was the big thing I heard? Something about Verstappen. There was some big news about Verstappen recently. Like somebody did something to him, or.
Oh, he overtook Raikkonen on the last turn of the American race.
Okay.
But when he overtook him, he cut the corner.
Oh.
So completely.
So he cheated.
Yeah, so they gave him a 5. So he was about to walk onto the podium in 3rd.
Yeah.
And before he walked out, someone pulled him and said no. And they put Raikkonen in his place.
That's pretty great.
So he got pissed off, and then at the recent race, he won by like 20 seconds.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good for him.
He beat everybody.
Good for him.
Yep.
All he had to do was light a fire under his ass.
Oh, when you're 20.
Yeah, when I was 20 and I was racing in professional Formula 1.
Yeah.
The fuck? Fuck off.
Yeah. Fuck, man. What was I doing when I was 20?
You're doing this.
Was I? Fuck.
No, you're older than me. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, you weren't even 20 when we started this, were you?
I think I was 20.
No, you weren't.
Haven't we been doing this for like 6 years?
You weren't 20.
I was 21.
Ah.
I was almost feeling 22.
Okay, Taylor, shut up. Yeah. I think that's it for the picks.
Yeah.
Right?
Other than Paris Games Week, not a lot going on. There's a lot of stuff because of Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool like skips and speedrun stuff that's fun to watch, but it's not really newsworthy.
Is your week just Mario Odyssey?
My week is a lot of Mario Odyssey, but before that, I did play another game. Or I played 2 games. I started over in Sleeping Dogs.
Why?
Why did you just burp?
That was on a burp. That's a sound effect.
All right. So I was looking through my Steam list, and I was like, look at all these games. Look at all these games. Man, Sleeping Dogs was good. And I was just like, because what happened was we were talking about in the car earlier, which is how YouTube had recommended us all these Jackie Chan videos, right? And like how their algorithm recommends you stuff that you've watched before, that you've seen trailers for, and it's like, oh, I bet for The Foreigner and Kung Fu Yoga they're buying out stuff. And so I've been watching a lot of Jackie Chan stuff. And then after that, I was just like, I want to play like a Kung Fu game. I played Sleeping Dogs.
God.
And that game's still fun. That game's still good. You play as Wei Chen. Or Wei Shen or Wei Chen? I think it's Wei Shen. Yeah, Wei Shen. He's an undercover cop trying to infiltrate the Triad, but at the same time, he's still a cop. And like he's playing both sides, man. He doesn't know what to do.
Isn't that every undercover cop story?
Get me out of the game. Oh, but the difference is that it takes place in Hong Kong.
So
you just hear a bunch of people going like "Ayah" while you're walking down the street.
Oh, this game.
It's so good, and you're doing like all this crazy kung fu shit. Wei Shen's hitting on all the white girls. I remember the first girl you meet in that game that is like a romanceable option. It's like, yeah, I forget her name, but she's like, my name's Becky, and I'm from the States, and I just finished college, and I'm trying to find myself. So I was gonna take some kung fu classes. Do you know where it is? Can you take me?
She went all the way to Hong Kong to learn kung fu.
Yeah, and so she's like, I've only been traveling for 2 weeks and trying to find myself.
She's doing it right, I guess.
I guess so. You're a badass undercover cop.
Did you nail her?
I think you can. Oh. Also, I forgot Emma Stone's in this game.
What is she doing there?
She's a voice she's a voice actress for one of the people you can bang.
Oh.
I don't think she's an actual story character.
Did you hit that?
I forget which character she is, to be honest.
Oh.
I don't remember. So yeah, I'm going through Sleeping Dogs because I have the PC version. It's just I have all the DLC, and so when you start that game with all the DLC, you basically start at max level.
Oh,
like you start at level 8 of 10 in both your skills, in both Triad and Police skills. So you're just kind of decked out in the best shit.
That's exciting.
And there's a lot of good DLC costumes in that game. Like one is Sun Wukong. So
really?
You dress up as the Monkey King, and when you do a heavy attack, you bring out the power pole.
Does it extend?
And it extends.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you can get a bike, and underneath the bike is like a gold cloud that follows you. It's pretty cool. You can get a Wing Chun, like an Ip Man costume.
Yeah. And
the power up when you have that costume on just says control time and space. So you can everything is in like slow motion. Counters are easier to hit. Like, basically, you're Ip Man. You never get hit. You're countering everything, and you're kicking ass. There's a Drunken Master costume, which when you go into your, like, kind of super mode, when you have enough adrenaline inside you, you turn into Drunken Master, and all your counters are, like, you twisting, like, catching a punch, doing something, and then, like, drinking on top of them, and doing all that kind of stuff. You're doing all kinds of Drunken Master moves. So there's a lot of fun DLC stuff in that game. But also, I just forgot how fun this game is in general, just like open world style. Like there is a button dedicated to opening your driver's side door while you're driving. So you can just be driving down the street and like near a sidewalk and just fucking bash a dude and watch them go flying down the street.
I'm surprised like Grand Theft Auto hasn't put that kind of thing in. Yeah.
You can go full on Just Cause, like get into the stunt position and just like jump from car to car.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, my car is on fire and this other guy's car is here, so I'm gonna like get really close. There's a checking button.
Checking?
Yeah, while you're in your car driving, you can just check another car. Like you'll be driving down the road and you'll just do like immediately to the right, like no turn, no nothing. Your car just slides.
Like a bump, like in what?
Yeah, like you just slide to the right or left or
like
forward.
in F-Zero, like when you
F-Zero.
double tap.
Yeah, you just slide over. And you just check other cars.
Wow.
Like there's some suspension to disbelief in this game, and it's so fun. And yeah, some of the kung fu moves are still pretty brutal, like leg breaks, arm breaks, and stuff. And then there's a lot of good chase sequences where where you can like parkour around a bunch of shit, and it's pretty fun.
Cool.
Playing both sides, it's pretty cool.
Neato.
I like it. I've also been playing Thumper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Thumper on the PSN sale, and that game it's a rhythm game. I would say it's intense.
Huh.
Their description of rhythm violence is very accurate.
Okay.
And for people who don't know how the game works, is you're like pretty much like a beetle, like a metallic beetle on a track, and you're following this track, and as the track comes up, there's a bunch of different obstacles. There'll be like bars you have to smash through, or turns you have to drift through, stuff you have to hop over.
Yeah.
And that's all in time to this like really hard-hitting industrial music that's happening in the background. I liked this soundtrack so much, I bought the vinyl.
Whoa.
I was in my local record store and I was searching through the teas, and it was just like, oh, Thumper. Whoa, Thumper on vinyl. And so I bought that.
It was expensive?
It's like $30.
Okay. Well, it's a vinyl.
Yeah, it's a vinyl. It also got you a download code, DRM free download code.
Oh, okay.
So it was that soundtrack's fucking awesome. That game is hard. It is definitely not easy. Especially when you try and get like S rank. So how the levels work out is like, here's a level, but there are checkpoints in each level. So like level 2 has like I think 13 stages to it.
Yeah.
Plus a boss. And the boss stages are like the regular stages, except at a certain point at the end of the challenge that boss hits you in that phase. Mm-hmm. You have to hit this final note, and when you hit that final note, it shoots like an energy ball back down the track, and it damages them. And you have to do that X amount of times to defeat the boss. But they're all like these really weird, part robot, part demon, tentacle, horrific monsters that are like the track is coming out of their mouth, and you're like following them.
Sounds sexy.
The game is super intense. Recommend playing it with headphones because this soundtrack just hits that much harder. But also this game supports VR, and I can just imagine being immersed in this weird, like not real, just area. In this world, nothing exists except for the track, and the beat, and the monster.
I guess that would be a weird VR experience.
Yeah, because it's very like you're not in something that you recognize, right? Mm-hmm. And you're behind this beetle that wants to drop sick beats. Yeah. So yeah, the music in that game stuff is super cool. But if you're not into like instrumental stuff, like there's no lyrics, there's nothing like that. It's all like industrial instrumental.
But what if I don't like rhythm games?
Then it's not for you, man.
This game's not for me.
It's a rhythm game. Remember when you were saying that like rhythm games don't exist like they used to? Like this is one of those games. Mm-hmm. It's a rhythm game.
Okay. Through and through.
So I don't think it's for you.
Nah.
I'm gonna tell you as Vince Sanchez, hard pass.
Okay.
All right. And then I've been playing Mario Odyssey. I'm playing a lot of Mario Odyssey. I played Mario Odyssey while I was here. Yeah. Before we recorded.
Did you beat it?
No.
What the fuck, man?
I think I'm pretty close. I feel like I'm near the end.
How many stars do you have?
If I bank the ones I have in this current level, I want to say like, or that's okay. That's the thing. You don't get stars in this game.
Oh, how many sunshines do you have?
You don't have any sunshines. You collect moons.
No, that's dumb.
No, you collect moons. It's too late.
How many pieces of cheese you got?
I'm in a world where I can become a hammer bro and break cheese.
That's not the same.
Yeah, no, you.
Wait, is that a euphemism for like farting?
Farting? No, it's okay. You throw pans.
All right.
Instead of hammers, you throw pans.
That's not. No.
You're a pan bro.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
Pan bro?
I guess.
Fuck, you're gonna sizzle the enemy?
Yes. Yeah, I think I probably have like close to 200.
That's it?
180, I want to say.
Weak sauce.
Aren't there like 1,000, I think?
There's 800 and something. 870 something?
There's a lot. There's definitely a lot. Each level is packed full of things to find and discover. This game is great.
Yeah.
This game is quite possibly number 2 on my list of games of the year.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Mario.
Oh, not. It might be my favorite Mario game.
Ooh.
Like it probably surpasses 3.
Oh, wow!
This game is fucking good.
I hope so.
And the thing is it's not really doing anything. So we were talking about it before also.
Yeah.
Zelda took Zelda and was like, hey, check
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild took Zelda and was like, check out this new shit.
Yeah.
Right. And they did like, here's open world to tackle these dungeons however you want.
Yeah.
Here's a bunch of bonus stuff, do all this thing. This is kind of like Galaxy.
Yeah.
Right? But instead of going to different planets, you're going to different kingdoms.
Yeah.
And each kingdom has its own gimmick, has its own level. But the thing is like, there is no bad kingdom. There is no bad level. Okay. Each level is crafted with the same amount of care as the first one, as the last one you played, as the future one.
I'd hope so.
And it's fucking fantastic.
I hope so. When's the last time they made a 3D Mario game?
Wii U.
What was it called?
Super Mario 3D World.
No, that doesn't count.
That's a 3D Mario.
That's not a real
Super Mario 3D World.
That's not a real Mario
game.
No,
it's like 2.5D.
Yeah, that's not a real Mario game.
The last time they made a 3D Mario.
It's like a decade.
Yeah. It's no, I think it's 11 years.
Fuck that. No wonder this game's so good.
Yeah, this game
They've had every fucking what?
This game is fucking good.
Okay.
And just like in that other old one, you can go into paintings in this one.
Whoa.
Yeah, but those are secrets. You have to find the paintings.
Is that where you go 2D?
No. So there are segments where you go 2D inside levels, like you go into a pipe and it turns into Mario 1.
Oh,
yeah.
It's not like Zelda: Link Between Worlds where you go into a painting and then you could become.
No, so the painting in those ones are more like warps. So you find secret entrances to previous or future worlds in other worlds to get secret moons.
Okay. Are there warp pipes that can jump to the end?
That's just your ship.
Oh,
your ship is a thing
that's boring.
Just takes you from planet to planet.
Gross.
But yeah, just
wait. Mario's a spaceship?
Mario has a hat ship.
What?
His spaceship is a hot air balloon that's a hat.
Oh gosh, this is too much for me. I can't handle this.
Yeah, and then you throw your hat on a globe.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Also, your hat is not your hat.
Oh,
so like at the beginning of the level, you try and save Princess Peach, and Bowser's like, "Fuck y'all," and he throws you off a boat, like an airboat ship, and your hat gets torn up in the turbines, and you have no hat.
Oh no!
And then a ghost appears, and he's like, "Check it out, I'm a hat ghost. I'm gonna take
what the fuck? Yeah. That's the story.
I'm a hat ghost, and this Bowser guy's being a real dick. And since we both have the same goal, I'm gonna possess your piece of cloth that used to be your hat and turn into a ghost hat.
Oh no, this is dumb.
And now you have a ghost hat.
I can't handle it. No.
And when you go around levels, you possess enemies by throwing your ghost hat at them.
I don't like it.
But the secret is, Vince.
Oh, what's the secret sauce?
You can only possess enemies that don't have hats on.
What?
Yeah.
That's the dumbest. Oh.
So if there is an enemy that has a hat on, if it's something like a Goomba or like a Koopa Troopa or something.
Why are Goombas and Koopa Troopas having hats now?
Because there's different types of. There's like a pirate Koopa Troopa. There's a pirate Goomba. There's a chef Goomba.
Why would I want to possess a Goomba?
Because you can make Goomba stacks.
Oh my
god. So yeah, you possess Goombas as long as it's not like a base enemy. There's a good chance that when you try and throw your hat on something that already has a hat, you won't be able to possess that person or thing. So yeah, the ultimate safety from everything in this game revolves around hats. Most boss battles with any enemies is about hitting them on the head or taking away their hat. Like the one I just faced was an octopus. And he didn't have a hat, but he sprayed lava on his head, so he had a lava hat. and you had to water off the lava.
Like, what? What's happening? Is Miyamoto going bald and he's like, fuck, I gotta get some hats.
I gotta go get some hats. My wife told me to get a hat. First, Nintendogs was successful. It's all about hats now. I wouldn't doubt it. But dumb child-esque reasoning beside, like, this game is awesome. Okay. Just everything is polished to the utmost extreme.
Can Mario punch?
Mario can kick, but he can't kick punch.
No,
he can't kick punch all in the mind. He can go in your mind, and he can punch and he can kick, but he just can't punch.
When you possess an enemy, where does Mario go?
Mario goes into the ether.
What?
Mario gets sucked inside of the enemy. So they have like a short little cutscene when you possess your first enemy, and it's a frog. And when you possess the frog, Mario like warps inside the person you're possessing's brain.
This is too high concept.
And you're like drifting inside their brain.
This is I'm out. This game's too high concept.
And then Mario's looking through their eyes.
Oh, what? That's freaky.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
You know what the most messed up thing is?
What?
You know how in New Donk City there's humans? Yeah. You can possess the humans.
What the hell?
So there's like regular height humans, and you can possess them.
Yes, wait. Now that there's humans with Mario, what the fuck is Mario?
I don't know.
He's not a human, right?
His proportions are wildly different than the New Yorkers that are in. My favorite line, I was in New Donk City, and when you start like the city's under attack by a thing for story reasons.
Yeah.
But there's one NPC who's by a pipe that allows you to go into the city, and he's like, hey yo, you thinking about going into the city? Forget about it. It's so good. This game is so good on so many levels. Like, it's a legitimately good game, but on top of that, it's also like the best
worst game.
The best game. Like, it's the best dumb shit simulator.
All right.
Yeah, every enemy has its own little quirks, and its own, like, every enemy you possess reacts differently. Like, if you possess a hammer bro, like, they're always hopping like they are in the 2D games, and you have to kind of manage the movement by hopping around and doing larger jumps. You can possess fireballs that are in the lava and stuff.
Yeah.
So the reason you would possess Goombas is to make stacks. So if you're a Goomba and you jump on top of another Goomba, you make a stack, and then you can keep doing that as long as there are Goombas. And there are multiple puzzles in the world to solve where you need a stack of Goombas to then unpossess yourself to a higher area that you couldn't normally jump to. Okay. Or there is now a female Goomba, and she has like rosy cheeks, and she wears a pink sun hat. And when you come up to her as a Goomba, she like falls in love with you. And when you like find her in her different areas using Goomba stacks, she'll give you a moon. But if you show up to her as Mario, she'll run away. She's like, oh my god, a plumber, and she just bolts. Right. So I don't know. It's really hard to talk about this game because like the story isn't that deep. Like Bowser kidnapped Peach.
So is it all about the gameplay?
Yeah, it's all about the gameplay. It's about how that game feels. It's about the worlds you're running through and the different ways you can manipulate the game to do your bidding, and that Nintendo totally expects you to do and rewards you for. Like getting out of bounds in certain levels actually it's usually a thing where it's like, okay, I'm out of bounds now, but there's probably nothing here. Like Nintendo put stuff there. There was an underground level where I saw at the top there was like kind of like a flat portion, right? And what you were supposed to do in that is you're supposed to possess a bullet bill and rocket through the stage and avoid obstacles. But I did a bunch of like hat jumps and like this weird backflip technique I saw on YouTube, and I got to the top, and as I was walking on top of the levels, like on top of the walls, in the back corner, there was just a giant stack of like 300 coins. Oh. Right? And there's a lot of stuff like that around the world, like out of bounds areas that you're normally, or without like kind of doing some weird physics stuff. Nintendo put stuff there for you to be rewarded. Cool. And it's pretty cool. It's making speedruns really cool. Like I've been watching some speedruns, but only up to where I am in the level. And like I think the latest world record is like an hour.
power.
Just of all the like the ways they're manipulating the world to get moons as fast as possible and do all this stuff. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, I've been playing that all weekend.
Wow.
And this week.
Wow.
And on my lunch break.
Oh, you bring it to work?
It's the Switch, man. I went to my lunchroom. I propped it up with the stand, and I used the 2 nunchucks. And I was just chilling in the lunchroom playing.
Don't you want to socialize with your peers?
No.
Wow.
Also, there's no one in the lunchroom. Nobody actually uses the lunchroom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Everyone goes out for lunch or they eat at their desk.
Oh,
so I'm utilizing the lunchroom because it's basically my own space. Well,
if you're paying for it, sure.
I'm not paying for the lunchroom.
You're paying to be there.
Oh no, they're paying me to be there. It's a job.
As well use all the spaces.
Exactly. It's just really good. I don't know how else to put it. It's the top 2 games this year for me. I don't know if this beats Zelda because again, like Zelda was amazing on top of it being something fresh. But right now it's currently sitting at a number 2, like a hard 2. And yeah, I didn't think I'd see the day again when my top 2 favorite games of the year are Nintendo games. This year's been a really good year for Japanese games.
It has been.
It has. It's cool to see them doing cool original stuff and not just trying to be America.
Yeah. For sure. For sure.
Super good.
It's for show. Getting that for show.
So what's up? What's up with you? Other than like being like, yes, my driver won.
Yeah, so that was awesome. That was pretty awesome. Yeah, Overwatch happened. I tried to catch up on My Hero
Academia. New season?
I think I'm like 3 episodes behind now. They're in the exams. Where they have to fight the teachers, like
those ones.
Yeah,
those are cool fights.
Yeah, I just at the most recent one I think I saw was when Half and Half has to fight with what's her face, class rep.
Oh, yep.
You know, the girl
who's really smart.
Yeah, and she can just materialize anything from her body.
Yeah,
that's a cool power.
It is, but like the downside is she has to know intricately how it works and like how cellular structure works and stuff.
Yeah, which explains why she's fucking smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that last fight though. That's the only one I like. They make that the 10th one for obvious reasons.
It's a good fight.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how they pull that off. So that's that. And then I watched Voltron season 4 came out. It's only 6 episodes, and it was really good. They deal with the whole problem of Keith is the leader who doesn't want to be a leader, and Shiro is the natural born leader who's lost all his powers.
Oh,
so it revolves around that, and Lothar, and how he plays into the mix and stuff. It's actually really good. However, it gets to the point where it's like, oh, this is a really interesting storyline, and then you forget that it's a kid's show. And then, right as like real tragedy could happen to the team, miracles happen and everything's fixed.
Okay.
And they do it more than once. They do it like 3 times in 6 episodes. They really go to the point of like just utter defeat, which is just then solved in the next scene.
Oh, of like, I found this thing that solved all our problems.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it's like, well, fuck. And then there's one character who actually has tragedy, but he's the villain. And it's like, well, fuck, I don't know. He's the villain. And so I just wish this show would, I don't know, take that risk or just commit to something that's not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily have to be dark, but just like have it balanced out. Like, I know good guys are good guys and bad guys are bad guys, but at some point it'd be fun to mix up like the outcome of both. But because right now Voltron is just kicking ass all across the world.
That's kind of what he does.
Yeah,
usually across the galaxy.
They even have, there's only 6 episodes. One of the episodes they dedicate to just turn the team of Voltron into intergalactic idols. Like there's a whole episode where they go doing song and dance.
What?
Like idol concerts.
Like Macross?
Yeah. Well, no, like idols. Like
like JP idols.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say there was a beach episode.
No.
But
that's not far behind.
Okay.
But I mean, that's next on the checklist, I guess. So yeah, Voltron's. It's the show that like it does all the right things, but it just can't seal the deal. It just can't give me the thing I want. After that, I played a new game to me.
Yeah, right.
I played a new game.
What'd you play?
I booted up Firewatch.
Ooh.
And I beat it.
Wow. Okay, it's not long.
It's like 3 hours.
Okay.
Maybe if that. I played it on the PS4.
Yeah.
And holy crap, it runs like shit on the PlayStation.
It's wait, on 4?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't really find anything too terrible.
I don't know. Maybe it's because my PlayStation was dying or something, but like it kept hiccuping, like it kept freezing and stuttering.
Oh yeah, I had none of that.
Yeah.
I had no freezing, no stuttering.
Oh, it was just like, what's happening? I like the narrative of that game.
Okay.
I wish the art style weren't as bright and cartoony. I wish it. I don't know if that's an artistic choice or a limitation because it's an indie developer.
Okay.
Because I think
it's purposely low poly.
Yeah,
but that's also to do with Ollie Moss's art.
Yeah, see, like I don't know if this art matches what the story of this game is trying to tell. Like I feel like there's a little bit of disconnect there. I'm not saying I need like ultra realism like a Skyrim, but I don't know. I feel like every time I was walking through the forest, it felt like I was in this fake environment.
Was it feel more fantasy or?
It just I felt like I was always on a set. Like a movie set. Like I never felt like I was there in the forest or whatnot. But it's a cool story and nothing you can really talk about. But the idea is that like there's only one other human in this entire game besides yourself.
Yeah.
And you don't even meet them like face to face or over a radio. And I thought it's just a really cool concept, right? The way the game opens up with the short little narrative that happens at the front. I really like that. It also made me hate the main character.
Oh, the main character's a piece of garbage.
Yeah, and so I played him that way.
Yeah.
And I was, super happy about what happened and like the way the game resolves at the end.
Yeah.
Super happy about that ending. I'm pretty sure they all end the same way no matter what you choose.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, so I was really happy with what happens, like how those two characters' endings are resolved.
Yeah.
And I really liked the narrative. I hated playing the game.
Okay.
I thought that the actual gameplay itself is not anything remarkable.
It's walking.
Yeah, but it's not even interesting walking.
So that is have you played like Gone Home?
I have.
And that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Like did you find that?
At least I felt like in Gone Home at least there seemed to be a bit more interaction. There seemed to be a bit more moment to moment stuff. Firewatch I never felt engaged. I was just like, go here.
Like even during the more like tense portions.
Yeah, but see with that stuff, like I played exclusively with headphones, so that made it way more fun.
Yeah.
But even in the tense portions, like because of how the game is structured and made, like I said, I always felt like I was on some sort of fake set, and a lot of the story made it so that other people who should be in the forest are just conveniently never there for whatever reason. There's one point in the middle of the game that I just thought was batshit stupid. Delilah, slight spoilers, has to make a hike to put something somewhere.
Oh, is it the big cabinet with the 3?
No.
Provisions?
No. She's stationed at the north, right?
Yeah.
At the top. You're like in the middle of your map. She has to make a hike to the south to put an item that you need in a box.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why didn't you just fucking walk to why didn't they just meet up? And I feel like the story was trying its damn hardest to make sure you never see her or you never meet other people.
I also assume that portion was because of the other thing that's happening.
Yeah.
And because it was the whole like watched thing.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Yeah, like I agree. And like I could see that argument. It just felt like it went out of its way to make sure you never.
Yeah, because that box is also out of the way.
Like real out of the way.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But I really enjoyed it. I will say, like, I have a feeling though, if this were a movie, I would have fucking loved it.
Did you spend any time like exploring the world
a
and
little
doing that
bit
stuff, or did you go from like point A to point B?
I did a little bit. Like I found like a raccoon and stuff. And
what did you do to the teenagers?
At the beginning, I threw their thing in the water.
the boombox.
Yeah.
Good job.
What else was I supposed to do?
I kept it.
You just took it with you.
I took it all the way back to my cabin. So I had that song playing the whole time.
Oh no.
Did you drink all their booze?
No, I didn't. I don't think I ever got drunk.
No. Okay.
I took the picture of you and your wife, and I threw it off the.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Left the ring there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, there's like you could take a bunch of stuff at the end.
Yeah, and it's just like, what do you take? And I was like, yo, chuck it.
Nothing.
Yeah. But
dang, heartless.
Yeah. Well, I was like, this guy's a dick.
Yeah, he's kind of a dick.
Like the whole setup to that game is this man's a dick. He came out here to run away from his problems. And
to be fair, his problems are fucking hard.
Yeah, they are hard.
They're not easy problems.
I'm not gonna say like I know what to do in that situation, or I can give him, or I could like speak on that behalf.
That's some rough problems.
But at the same time, I just feel like he just ran away from it.
Well, he did.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't see you liking the gameplay of this.
No, I didn't.
But how did you like? But you did like the story. And
the totally. Yeah, I think it's worth a play.
Same. I thought that was super interesting. That's why I think it's like number 5 of my like favorite games last year, just because the narrative is so good. But I think I had the opposite. Like I didn't have the same like this world feels fake problem that you had. For me, like especially during those tense parts, and like the part where she had to put that thing in your box. Like even during that portion, like I was like looking over my shoulder the whole time. Like
yeah, you get paranoid.
I got super fucking paranoid because it's like the game worked. You're supposed to be this person who's in a watchtower. You're supposed to be alone. Yeah. Like basically, it's watch out for forest fires and that's it, right? Don't get eaten. But as soon as you realize that something somewhere is fucking with you, you're like, okay, like what do I do?
Yeah. I would love to have seen what this game would have looked like. Let's say if it was done by a bigger studio.
Sure.
With a bigger budget, with more resources. Not necessarily like I need more gameplay elements. I just want to see what they would have done on the presentation side to link it together for me.
For me, I wish the map was a little smaller.
Really?
Yeah. There were a couple portions in that game where it's like, okay, go from one end, get the thing, go to the other end, and then go back to the other end. Yeah. Right. And I'm just like, this is like it's really cool, but when I've seen this already, it starts to get tedious, and like my walking speed is very slow.
The game definitely has a lot of backtracking.
You do open up shortcuts with the ropes to make things much easier. I like how they even tied the rope into the story. Yeah. Yeah, like that kind of stuff. Yeah, without talking about spoilers, the game's good. Yeah. I really like it. But yeah, I couldn't see you liking the actual gameplay portion of that. Yeah. And to be honest, I thought that was weak as well. Yeah. So I'm glad you played it.
Me too.
It's a good game.
I was going through all my maybe I'll do Axiom Verge next. Who knows?
I don't remember what happened in that game, so I don't think I'd be able to talk about it.
Nah, I have nothing
I just remember there's a hacking gun. Yeah. We'll add that to the spoiler cast list. Firewatch.
Firewatch?
Yeah, right behind Persona 5.
Speaking of which, 2 weeks ago on episode 351, Moses D did comment, guys, when will the Persona 5 spoiler cast be?
To be honest, I forget about that idea until we have the recording sessions. Like, oh yeah. I think, if I want to do that, I'm going to have to set up like a Google Doc of talking points. Yeah. Because that's a long game. It is. And it's easy to just like jump from this thing to this thing to this thing to this thing. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to put in some work into a Google Sheet first, and then we'll see from there.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. But that was it for me. I totally meant to play that demo for Octopath Traveler. I still haven't.
I've gotten to the second cutscene. Wow. Okay. I played in the town. I got to a gameplay portion. Right. And then I got to another cutscene. And I stopped playing.
Okay. Well, that's great. Great. I tried to catch up on The Walking Dead.
How far behind are you?
They think they're on season 8, right?
Yeah.
I'm at the beginning of season 5.
I'm at the beginning of season 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I checked my Netflix queue.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize it was on Netflix. I was like, oh, this is so much easier.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I want to watch Stranger Things still. Hopefully next week I'll have something to see on Stranger Things.
Yeah, like when I'm riding my bike now, like I'm always just looking for things to watch, and so I'll get through it eventually.
You should watch Drunken Master featuring Jackie Chan.
I watched Rush Hour.
Which one?
I watched Rush Hour 1.
Which one's the one with I don't want no trouble? Is it 2?
I think that's no.
Is that one?
That's
Where
one.
He's fighting in the pool.
The pool hall. Yeah, that's the first one.
Okay,
yeah, that's
and
the first one.
Is Don Cheadle?
Yeah,
the black Chinese restaurant owner.
Why you call him 7-Eleven?
Yeah,
because his mouth never closes. Yeah.
Well, you can get more of that next year.
You embarrass me. You embarrassing yourself. You're a black man with a Chinese restaurant in Crenshaw.
There's a lot of good lines in that movie. You're making me want to watch it again.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's really good.
Gentile's great. Wipe yourself off. You bleeding.
You bleeding. So stupid.
Wipe yourself off, man. You dead.
You dead. Which is that also Chinese Bamboo Very Strong, or is that 2?
That's 2. That's 2. Because they're in China.
Oh yeah, they're in China. Yeah.
Or Hong Kong.
Same thing. No, it's not
Whoa. Hong Kong, Taiwan, they're all the same.
Yeah. All ones to me.
Yeah, man. Vietnam, it's all the same shit.
Wow. You can say that. I can't.
I still can't believe. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I think it's a good place to end.
Yeah.
All right. Next week, video games are
Go play more. Go play Super Mario Odyssey. It's a good game.
I will go play Horizon.
Okay.
And then you will play Mario more.
Okay.
And then I'll tell you about Final Fantasy VI.
Will you?
All right then. Bye.
Oh, I'm in the wrong. I was gonna do a Mario jump sound effect, but I'm a fireball and it totally ruined it.
Oh, that disappointment.